Today we're talking about Chamonix, the D110. At first glance, it's white, but it's so much more than that. Hi, I'm Paul, and this is Lucy. And today we're talking about a Helderburg 110 that we just built. It's called Chamonix. Chamonix is in France, and it is a beautiful place. It's actually known for being the ascent point to Mont Blanc, which is actually the highest cable car in the world as far as the, the the height that it reaches. All right, let's put it that way. So let's get into it. So 110, you can clearly see that. A 110 is 110 inches from center of axle to center of axle, but this being a 110 four-door, and I do want you to be on the lookout. We have a 110 three-door coming, and when I say three-door, I'm counting the rear door too. Technically, this is a five-door. But let's talk about the color. On camera, I'm sure it just looks white. But if you were here and you're in person, it's kind of a little bit of sun, a little bit of overcast. And when the sun hits it, the pearlescence, the metallic, all of the richness of the color just really pops. Because as I'm standing here looking at it right now, and I'm going to talk about the color for a while, because normally I'm not big into whites, but this is beyond white. But looking at it right now, it has a blue silver tint. It's kind of, if you've ever looked at an oyster shell where it has that bluish white, it almost has that sheen to it. But when the sun hits it, it becomes really magical in the sense that the metallic becomes a golden metallic. So in the shade, it's taking on the blue, the clouds right now, and looking blue, but in the sunlight, it takes on the warmth of the sun and becomes a glittery gold. I really love this color. I also love the contrast of where we have the black and then this pearl white. So this color, if you're going to ask me for a color code, unfortunately, I don't have it. This is not a color that we picked from another manufacturer and said, okay, let's do this. This is a color that when we listened to the client, and the client kept on saying, I want a white, but I want an interesting white. I want something that's maybe metallic, something maybe pearl. So she had a lot of interesting thoughts. And I said, no problem. We will go to work and we'll create something really magical, something that you'll really appreciate. So 110, it does have the turbo diesel. It has a stage 2 performance. And what I mean by stage 2 performance is Helderburg has stage 1, stage 2, and stage 3 you'll see very soon. But this is a stage 2. It is quite peppy. It does really well. It is riding on 35-inch wheels. This is a bead locker style. It does have the Helderburg 6-piston in the front, and then the 4-piston in the rear. These are oversized brakes. They are custom milled. These are not a rebrand Brembo or anything. These are exclusive to Helderburg. It does have the full point roll cage on it. Full point, not 4-point, because it's actually 6 points. And of course, as a Helderburg, you would expect the glass to be a little thicker and have all the billet work on it. And then we have the metal rock sliders here, which are a very, very thick metal. So the rock sliders serve a purpose for you to be able to, when you're off-roading, to go over rocks and not cause any damage to the body. However, the step-up bars would take the brunt of it, and they would not be able to take the rocks. This is clearly for you to be able to get up into the truck easier. So Puma bonnet. We did not do the louvers in this bonnet. What's wrong with me today? Anyway, so no louvers. We do hand cut louvers, which if you go to helderburg.com and look at some of our past builds, Santoval actually has cut in louvers, and you'll see that really neat little touch. And then of course on the front, we have our billet aluminum headlight surrounds with our signature Helderburg lights. And then our bump out right here with our signature grille that is handmade in Germany. And then of course you see this bumper on a lot of Helderbergs, and I love this bumper a lot. It is thick and it's got the little red pop of color which matches the calipers, and also the red pop of color matches the rear differential cover, which is an ARB differential cover. And it's been all re-geared. Higher fifth gear. This is a 5-speed manual. We do offer automatic transmissions too. I get asked that question often. I do love the 5-speed manual, and I'll tell you, yes, the automatic definitely serves some purposes and is fun also. But lights, LED lights on the roll cage up here, and it does have the roof rack. So as far as heights, I get asked that a lot of times. The height of this one is approximately 87 inches. So if you're considering a Helderburg build, then measure your garage, make sure it will fit in. It may not, just depends on your garage. So I'll just kind of let you take it all in. You know what to expect here. It is a Helderburg, but let's go to the interior. The interior is quite stunning, very bright, very colorful, and Lucy inspired. Yes, Lucy, I'm talking about Lucy inspired the interior. So as I started talking about, sharing swatches and everything, I definitely wanted a Lucy color, a Lucy tan, but we also mixed it with a little bit of black. But let's go to the interior so now you can see it. So the first thing you will notice is Lucy feels quite at home. She looks like she's very comfortable, ready to go on an adventure. And I just think my next personal build, I'm going to go with this color tan because it just feels very luxurious. It feels very nice. And yeah, it kind of is nice too that it matches Lucy. So talking about the interior, it is a two-tone interior. It does have the Mulliner stitch, which is the diamond stitch, which we offer different type of stitching patterns. I love this interior, so I'll just put it out of that. This one does have the Pinnacle sound system that we offer, so it's an 11-inch touchscreen. It has an amplifier, it has multiple speakers, it has a custom subwoofer box that's built into the back, and it's just a beautiful, bright interior. I love the Alcantara suede, which is from Italy, the headliner, and it brightens the cabin up a lot. I really appreciate this. As far as the courtesy lights are all LED. You have your clear white, which is 5,000 Kelvin. And then you also have your red light too for your courtesy light. So if it's nighttime, it doesn't affect your eyesight at night. It does have a backup camera. It has Bluetooth. And then it has Apple CarPlay. Hands-free calling, which the hands-free calling is built into the vehicle. So it has multiple microphones. So you can hear the driver and you can hear the passenger. So take a look at the interior. I think it's lovely, and I'm excited for the client to get this. It's going to New Hampshire, and I'm sure they're going to have some wonderful adventures. If you have any questions about a Helderburg build, just reach out to us, and we'll get those questions answered. Be sure to go to helderburg.com, find the tab that says FAQs, and then look at the videos. We have hundreds of videos that answer a multitude of questions, whether you're interested in what are the measurements, what's size, how do the D90 110 compare, insurance, the list goes on. So again, hundreds of questions, but if you have more questions, reach out to us. We're always available, and thanks for watching the video.